Ingrid's house.
Grandma Ingrid, who's that?
Did I close the door all the way?
Who's Grandma Ingrid?
The grandma who makes amazing tamales. And pozole? Is that what she made last time?
I don't know.
Pozole? That soup that you're
But that's where we're headed. We're going to a tamale making class right now, and we're gonna see how to make the best tamales.
Good morning.
This is pretty cool.
Hello. And what's your name? Jennifer. Jennifer, I'm Grandma Ingrid. Come on in.
How's it going?
Hi. Great. And your name?
Logan.
Logan? Welcome. Come on in.
Oh, it smells good.
Yeah, Nicole will direct you from there. So check.
She delivered next door too.
Yeah, the daughter does.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Want some soup?
Alright, so I'm gonna cast it on the TV. Grandma's gonna, it's on that one that the demo's wearing. Grandma's gonna drop her little chicharrones in this.
This is about 400-degree oil. And it's just canola oil.
Canola.
Canola.
And as they pop up, Grandma holds them down just a little bit so they can keep getting crispy.
Oh wow, that's cool. You don't ever crackle or anything? Splatter out?
They climbed out of the pot this morning.
They will climb out. I try not to overdo, but sometimes some of them grow more than you know they're going to.
Oh yeah, those are getting huge. That's crazy.
And if you, she
That's just the little
snaps a
tiny
lot of them
chips,
in
yeah.
half. Yeah, because they're just ginormous, like those 1 pound bags. So we have so you can buy the little tiny bags, the 5 pound or 2 pound, whatever they are, or you can buy 50 pounds. However much you want. It does last. We just keep it in an airtight food safe tub thing that has a lid on it. It closes up. And it's fine, but we do have 2 more tamale classes before the end of the year, so we will use it. So it comes dry like this, and you can't make a tamale with this dry flour. You have to add stuff to it. So what you're going to do is you're gonna either use your measuring cup or your scale, but because I'm a scale girl, I use a scale. And I'm gonna add to this my water. You have to prepare it. You can buy the already prepared masa at Food for Less and at Vallarta, and it comes like a little powder. But you can't make it your own. I don't know what they put in it. I don't know how they did it, so might as well just make it myself.
No taste to it. It's water. They have recon. All they've done is add the water to it.
So I'm going to add my water. So this was hot water out of the tea kettle. I just turned the tea kettle on and heated up because I didn't want to walk through you guys. I just put it in a little thingy. I'm going to add to this 474 grams, or what does it say up there? What is it?
2 cups plus 2 tablespoons.
2 cups plus 2 tablespoons. Hence why I use a scale. I don't have to dirty 2 different things. So 474 grams. So I'm just going to pour this right in here. Okay, that's perfect. No, I just realized I didn't bring one. So I have my 474 grams. And for those of you who are looking at my scale, it actually says 475, and that is okay. And then I like to add red sauce to it. So masa is my favorite food ever. Like I could just eat it just by itself. And I actually lived in Africa for a while in Mozambique, and they had stuff, it was called shima, and it was a corn-based product, and you would take a scoop of it and dip it in your beans or your collard greeny kind of stuff, and you would eat it. And so to me it reminds me of that. It's the same kind of texture almost. It's a little bit different, but I love masa, but I want my masa to taste good. I don't want just plain old water masa. So I add red sauce to it. So I'm going to add some of this red sauce, 60 grams. I don't, but I can send you my little cheat sheet with the weights. Yeah, or you can write them down, but I can tell you, but I'll send this in the email if you guys want.
You guys are the reason we bought a scale.
I know, I love the scale, and like I do, so
if we ever forget to give you the weight.
Right, so I make 96 tamales for you guys to eat today, and then I make enough masa for you guys to make 192 tamales. So I'm doing big quantities, and I'm not making little batches. So I know for your masa for the 192, I need 3,120 grams, and I need 3,792 grams of water. So I go big quantities, so that's why I do scales.
We have a whole bar in the store. Mix it.
And then you're gonna just mix this all together. Now, the water is super hot. You want it super hot, so that's why I use the hot tea kettle, because it's gonna help it reconstitute. So you wanna make sure you stir it all in really well, but careful of your hands, because it does get really hot. And I will use my hands, because I want all that dry powder all mixed in. I want the liquid to reconstitute all of that. Hydrate it. If you're a bread person, you're hydrating your flour with the water and the red sauce. So I'm just gonna mix it all in. And I swear to you, this flour sticks to your fingers. It's like molten lava. So just be careful when you do this. You could keep using your spoon, but if you've taken any of our classes, you know I like to use my hands. I like to know if I have the right consistency. I'm not perfect, so there are times that I may have added too little masa or too much water, and I can tell by the texture of it. It's gonna feel like Play-Doh, is what you're going for here. But if you follow the recipe, you should be good. But it is so hot.
And she does, the recipe you're taking home today in your handout is for 2 dozen. If for some reason you want a larger quantity, text her or email us or something, and she can send you how much you need for a larger amount.
Or you can just multiply it. But I will text you. It's a lot easier than doing math, right?
The red sauce, and you want it a little more spicier after it's cooked, would you add cayenne pepper?
Add cayenne, chili powder,
Okay.
any of that. My newest favorite thing, I have to tell you, we dehydrated our jalapenos. We sliced them up in little rings and dehydrated it, and then I put it in our spice grinder, and I put jalapeno powder on my popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is so good. So you could add some jalapeno powder if you have it, but it's so yummy. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna take this, it's all mixed. It's not like crazy mixed, there might be a little powdery on here, but it's, for the most part, it's mixed. You're gonna set this aside because you want it to cool down, because the next step for your masa is the fat. Now, not all fat is created equal. We use lard. Lard is actually healthier for you than Crisco or that kind of thing. It's not the hydrogenated oils and all that kind of stuff. But it adds a depth of flavor to your masa that you won't get if you use Crisco or vegetable shortening, that kind of thing. You can use vegetable shortening. You can use it. It works beautifully, but we use lard for ours because we like the extra flavor and it adds to it. You want to keep your lard, what I do is I weigh it out. So this is 228 grams of lard, and I put it in a Ziploc bag and I put it in the freezer. Now I took it out here before you guys came in here, and it's already softened up, but you want it cold. And it's going to make your masa better if it's cold. But I didn't think you wanted to sit here and watch as my KitchenAid pulverizes it and breaks down and frozen. So I took it out a little bit early. So it's still cold, but it's soft. But you want it out of your freezer, and your KitchenAid's going to start to try and throw it out at you. It's going to be all loud and annoying, but it will make your masa better.
Welcome to Grandma Ingrid. What do you think? What do you think of the?
Oh my god.
The stuff.
I want to move in and just eat all of her food.
Yeah, it was really good. The pozole was amazing. Got a little video of it. So they got a cool little property over here in Napomo, California, up on the mesa. They got chickens. They got corn. Pretty cool little garden they use to make their food. We got ourselves a bunch of tamales to go. It was pretty legit.